Janet, thanks for taking some extra time with me today. I know that you're very busy, but of course, all of our site visits are meant to be, of course, in depth and really get knowledge from you. So I appreciate you doing this. My questions are going to kind of focus right now on specifically student support. And I really would like to know what types of student support that UAA offers. And then I know that you have several outreach sites. I think I was told we have a total of 15 that we know of, and I think we're visiting a few of those. And so do you know if all of those student resources are equitable across each site?
Wow, that's a good question. I would hope that there's equity among the services, but I really don't know the answer. I've not really visited those other sites, so I don't know what they have available to them.
Okay. Do you teach any classes even distance to other sites?
Often, depending upon the time of year, I may Zoom out to the outreach sites for a course, and then I'll teach locally as well.
Okay. All right. But you've not really been asked by any students regarding services or anything in those situations?
There's times when it comes up, and we try to answer them, or if we can't find an answer, then we'll try to find somebody who does have an answer or can direct us in the need of the student so that we get it taken care of.
Okay. All right. How can students learn more about the support services, do you think? Is there an option on your website, or did they just ask if they have questions?
I think oftentimes it's word of mouth, but if they want to find, specifics about services, we should be offering services that are equitable to what's available here in Anchorage. And so I think if there are questions, they can always go to the website for whatever program they're in and find the services that are available to them, or they can often ask their local faculty member if there are specific services that are available to them in the outreach area.
Okay. All right. How do students know how to access these support services? Meaning, do they even know what to look for? Do they even know what's available to ask for?
Well, I think this semester they're going to have the advantage because we've worked really hard on creating a new handbook that has all of the services listed in them. And while the handbook may list them, they're going to have to go ask their specific faculty member or whoever's on campus to see if those services are available. And if not, how can they reach out to the Anchorage campus to get those services or support that they need? Maybe it's tutoring or something else, disability services. So I think we try to work in tandem with the local campus and the outreach campus to provide the student the services that they need.
Okay. My understanding is, and again, I've not been to Alaska before, but my understanding is that in some of these outreach areas, even internet access can be difficult at times. Is that true?
That's correct.
Okay.
And so we want to be understanding that sometimes internet is, really sketchy if you're maybe out in Bethel or Nome or one of those places that are really isolated. And so how can we meet the needs of the students? And I think those are things that we're continually looking at and trying to improve.
Okay. And do you have a measurement or a standard or a data set that you follow or can share where you look at the effectiveness of how that outreach is and how those services play out in the outreach?
That's a good question. I don't really know how we would do that, or if there's something already in place for our students to be evaluated or to evaluate the services that are there. That's a great question.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Janet.
Sure.